Now we're going to start calculating distance and midpoints. In order to understand what we're doing, let's look at this triangle. Now you will recall the Pythagorean theorem tells us that this height squared plus this length squared is going to be the distance squared from here to here. A squared, we call this A squared plus B squared equals C squared, which means you're going to have to square root this sum here to get that length, to get C. You just want C, not C squared. So in this case, once again, you can see this is 40 because the point is 0, 40. So that length is 40. And then this width here, your x values are running from 0 to 52. So that has to be a length of 52. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. To get d, this length of the hypotenuse, and remember, this only works for right triangles. To get the length of the hypotenuse, you're going to have to square root. Now, in this case, you can see I've raised the lighthouse up 10 units, so it's not sitting at the origin. But so how do you find the length here? If this is 0, 50, and this is 10, well, remember how you find the length. It's going to be 50 minus 10 to get that same length of 40. And then for this one here, 0 to, let's see, we're 10 units up here. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. 52 units sideways, x is 52. So we didn't do anything with x. It's still starting back here at 0 going to 52. So that's still 52. The 10 has to do with y. So we have 40 squared for the height plus 52 squared equals your distance squared. And then to find the distance, you square root it. So in this case, I've actually shifted the triangle down. So it's starting at negative 10 and running to 30. How do you find the length of that side? Well, it's 30 minus a negative 10. So that's 40 again. Or you could visualize it here. You've got 10, 20, 30, and then below the x-axis, 40. Anyway, you do end up subtracting each time to find the length. So you got 40 squared plus, and once again, I didn't shift it left or right, so it's still 52. Try that, 52 squared. So, and then take a square root to find the length of the hypotenuse. So now, these are what you're going to have in your notes. You've got a height here. It's going between 4.3 and a height of 2. So you'd say 4.3 minus 2 to get the height. That's going to be 2.3, and you got to square that. That's a squared. Then let's do the width. The width is running from 1 to 5. The width is running from 1 to 5. That's going to be 4. So that's plus 4 squared. You square that, you take the square root, and check it with your calculator and let me know if that's wrong.